So the next concept in this particular chapter is scenarios. So in the previous semesters, you have learnt about a C language, right? In C language, you have come across with pseudocode as well as algorithms and flowcharts, right? So what is the use of a pseudocode? Pseudocode is the one which is helpful for the programmer to write the description of each and every step of a program which we are going to solve. Each and every step according to the requirement of the programmer, he will write the description. Like what is the first step? First step is inputting the values of A and B. Second step, addition of two numbers. Third step, output of two numbers. This is what the description that we normally use in terms of pseudocode, right? In the same manner, in terms of software engineering, scenarios in requirement engineering, it speaks about, it is a process of providing or writing the descriptive method or explanation for each and every requirements which has been specified by the customer. Here we are going to write the descriptive method, description of outline structure of interaction between the various requirements can be known to me by taking the support of scenarios. And these scenarios, general scenarios, majorly it contains a description about what the system and the user expect, whereas it speaks about the normal flow of event, means which one must be first, which one must be next, which one must be last. See, each and every step must be in the form of a flow of sequence or flow of parallel, or it can be a combination of both. Depending upon the type of product, we will be writing the description for that. Similarly, what can go wrong and how it can be handled. If something goes wrong in the product, so how it can be handled. Like for example, I have given the correct input, but the working of a particular product is not up to the mark. Say if it is not up to the mark, then there will be some sort of mistake that has happened in the product, which is in terms of interaction between requirement 1 and requirement 2. If I press requirement 1, requirement 2 has to give the output, but instead requirement 3 is giving the output. So that is what the thing, like that is what the bugs which we are going to identify, and we are going to find the solution for those particular things. Those particular things also be represented in this particular form, and information about other activities that might be going at the same time. Simultaneously, the other components will be working. So what is the what type of work that they are carrying out, what type of work that the other components are carrying out, and in what way it can be handled, and what might be the output which we may get based upon the simultaneous work of other activities can be written with the help of this particular point. Whereas the last one is, it speaks about the complete system when the scenario finishes. When you get the specific output, what the system must do. Whether the system must get switched off automatically, or whether the system must get into the standby mode, or whether the system must provide an alert message to the user saying that the work has been completed. So all this particular information will be written in this particular case. So it is nothing but a scenario. In brief, if I want to say, it is the one which gives you the outline of an interaction of a particular product which you are going to develop. And these particular scenarios can be explained with the help of one small example. I will take an example of storing the medical history of a particular patient. Let us take an example of storing the medical history of a particular patient in a specific hospital. So for this, I will be taking five different criteria. One is initial assumption, what the system must do, and what is the expectation of the user. That is what the first point that I will be considering the heading as initial assumption. Second one is normal process in the flow of execution, how it take place. Third one is what can go wrong, and the fourth one is other activities, and the fifth one is system state on completion of a work. So when it comes to the collecting the medical history medical history using a software called as MHS, medical history system of a patient. That is the application which I am using. So when it comes to the writing a scenario for this, first one is what the system and what user expectation when the scenario starts. So here, as soon as we are ill, where we will be going? We will be going to the hospital, isn't it? As soon as you go to the hospital, what is the first step that you are going to do? Understood my question? As soon as you get into the hospital, what is the first step that you are going to do there? Please answer. Haven't you been to hospital any time?
First, meet the receptionist.
Yeah?
Meet the receptionist.
You will go and meet a receptionist to take an appointment. What the receptionist will expect from your end? We will go to the receptionist and we will ask for a doctor, whether doctor is available for an appointment or not. If it is yes, then what the receptionist will do, he or she will collect the information about you. What is your name, what is your address, what is your date of birth, and what is the problem that you are facing, and also certain medical history which you were having earlier. They will collect the complete information. Collecting the information and entering the information into the system called as MHC is a process which has to be carried out by the system, And what is your expectation? Your expectation is to collect an appointment from of a specific doctor to whom you are looking for. That is what the expectation of the user. So that one I will be writing in the form of a paragraph. In how I will be writing? As soon as the patient enters into the receptionist will accept the record, he will accept the information from the patient by logging into the software which is called as MHC, and they will collect the complete information about the patient and the medical history if they were having earlier, and they will register an appointment with a specific doctor. That is what the first point speaks about. And what is the expectation of the user? As soon as the user gives the input to the receptionist, the user expectation is to get an appointment. Then this particular person who acts as a receptionist, he will be providing an information to the user saying that the doctor is available and the appointment is fixed for so and so time. So that has to be written here. Second one is a description of normal flow of event in the scenario. As I said you, patient will come to the receptionist will enter the details of a receptionist in a software, and they will provide some unique identification number to that particular application by generating an application. Then they will give an appointment to the doctor and they will send that particular information to the doctor's portal. As soon as the application enters into the doctor's portal, the doctor can view that particular description which has been entered by the receptionist in the reception counter. Once he reads that particular application, then he will be able to diagnose the problem of a particular patient. After diagnosing the problem of a particular patient, he will open his doctor portal and he will represent the drawback or the problem which has been faced by the patient, and the issue has been raised and the symptoms which has been observed. Based upon the symptoms, what is the diagnosis that has been done by him and what are the medicines that has been given to him for a specific appointment will be written by him in that particular document, and he will be sending that particular information to the user as well as to the receptionist who is maintaining that particular data. That is what a normal flow of events speaks about. And next, a description of what can go wrong and how it can be handled. Like receptionist has written the application and he has sent that particular application to the doctor. but the doctor is not able to view that particular application. That is what I say, what can go wrong. If the doctor is not able to view that particular application, how you are going to handle that particular problem? All this, how you are going to handle that particular problem? If the doctor is not able to view that particular application using the software which they are using in that hospital, so what is the next step? What is an alternative step that we have to take in order to make that particular application to be viewable to the doctor? If the doctor is not able to view that particular application using our software, then there must be some alternative method. There must be some alternative method. What is that alternative method has to be written in this particular case. After writing all these things, similarly, information about other activities. Information about other activities is nothing but record may be consulted but not edited by other staff. So as soon as the doctor can see that particular application of a patient, he can't edit that application. Instead, he has his own method of writing the symptoms for that based by seeing that application, but he can't edit that application. Doctor is seeing, receptionist is seeing the application, receptionist is having a capability of changing the data, but doctor is not having the capability of changing the basic data which has been given by the customer or the receptionist, or the patient. So doctor can view and he can diagnose, but he can't change anything. So viewing, both of them are viewing the same application, but editing can be done by the receptionist, whereas doctor can view the application. So information about other activities, both are performing the same operation simultaneously. So that is what it speaks about. Other activities, information about other activities that is going to happen at the same time. And also a description of the system state when the scenario finishes. As soon as the patient is diagnosed, and medicines have been represented in that particular portal. Once he submits that particular submit button of a particular portal, what is the next step? It must get updated and it must be sent the information back to the receptionist saying that the patient has the consultancy of a particular patient has been completed and it has been diagnosed, and these are the medicines which has been given to him for this particular appointment. So all these particular things will be represented in the form of a descriptive manner. This is what the idea which can give the developer to know how he can develop. What is the main thing that we can do? All these things can be known with the support of this particular 5 points. So this is what about the scenario speaks about. Okay, understood? Understood everyone? Please speak out. Don't be idle. Yes? Understood or no?
Yes, sir.
Fine.